We were all eating dinner, and all of a sudden it was a loud bang noise.
It was supposed to be a quiet night out for the Green family at IHOP.
It happened so fast that, you know, you're just kind of in shock for a moment.
There was a male and a female suspect that were reported to be in a maroon or burgundy Ford Expedition.
Police were in pursuit of Denissa Moss and James Townsend after they shoplifted 2 bottles of perfume from this Greenwood Von Maur store.
The suspects got up to 100 miles an hour and were blowing right through red lights on US 31.
The chase got ugly when Moss stopped at US 31 and County Line Road. Then the shoplifters continued north at very high speeds.
She blew every red light on the way there before she crashed into the IHOP.
They crashed right into the front of this IHOP and right into the side of Bernie Green's Toyota Sienna.
Glass was flying everywhere.
They're all a little shaken up, but they're glad it ended the way it did, with no injuries.
Fortunately, it's insured, and it's the leased car, and my lease is just about up on it, so I'm okay.
Patrick J. Lynch, RTV6.
I find it hard to believe that she was in such a position that she could not have waited until Monday morning to turn her dog in.
Saturday afternoon, Anderson's animal shelter is closed.
They explained to her that we were closed and that she would need to wait.
This woman drops off her pit bull and leaves it in the parking lot. Volunteers nearby snap these photos.
The dog was trying to get back in her car. She drove off. The dog's chasing her car.
A description of the dog, named Nina, is posted on Facebook. Residents are outraged by what happened.
To bring your dog here, dump your dog, drive away, see the dog running behind you in your rearview mirror.
The dog took off running, launching a long 3-day search for the frightened canine.
We've seen the dog every day. We just can't catch the dog.
Finally, Animal Protection League's director, Malia Stringer, gets the call she's been waiting for.
Is the dog there? We've got the dog.
Malia hops into the car and the search continues.
We don't know anything about the dog except the dog is terrified and that it's running.
Nina is spotted near the city's fueling station a few miles away from the shelter.
Nina! Come here, sweetie. She's up there.
But she takes off, darting through traffic.
The dog is terrified. The dog's been hungry. The dog's hot.
Hours later, Anderson Police Chief Larry Crenshaw convinces the dog's owner to come out and help.
I called Malia after we did the investigation and found out who the dog was and tried to get a hold of the owner.
The owner, who had originally abandoned her dog, tries to lure her back. But Nina is scared and she runs off. An hour later, Chief Crenshaw tries again with dog treats.
I did feed it a little bit there, trying to calm the dog down.
But it doesn't work, and again she's off running down the road where residents finally catch up with her.
The good news is we caught the dog. The dog's not going to get hit now, so that's the good thing.
A long 3 days for these volunteers who never gave up hope for this abandoned dog. In Anderson, Patrick J. Lynch, RTV6.
Down to first behind him.
All of a sudden you hear this, crack of the bat, and you knew right away it was going to be hit hard. I saw the elevation. I knew it was going out.
The first home run of the season for Conrad Gregor.
This 3-run hit pushed the Quad City River Bandits ahead in the 5th inning.
This particular at bat, knowing where it was in the game, knowing what it meant to his team, I felt really confident that he was going to do something big.
But it was no surprise to Conrad Gregor's family, who'd watch him hit many home runs.
Every play, everything we see, we cheer loud and proud.
22-year-old Gregor, drafted by the Houston Astros in 2013 and currently playing for the affiliated River Bandits, never expected to see his dad, Marty, come out of nowhere and catch his home run ball.
Then the next thing I know, it's coming towards me, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I need to try to catch this baseball.
His parents made the 5-hour trip to Iowa, and Dad wasn't about to let this ball go into the nearby Mississippi River.
I knew that, if I don't catch this ball, it's going to go into the river, and I didn't want to have to dive in there.
I'm used to Conrad having big hits, but not when it's involving Dad, too.
Mom, Megan, always expected great things from her little boy as a Carmel Greyhound, and now at the pro level.
Isn't he cute? Just so cute.
And what will Dad do with the baseball now?
I'm going to ask him to sign this baseball, but he's probably going to charge me for it now.
In Carmel, Patrick J. Lynch, RTV6.
So what kind of man am I never looked up to see the sky.
I love haunted house stories, a basic, really good haunted house story.
We have to tear this cabin down.
It's true that John makes music and I do words, but we get along pretty well.
So I had this place, and yeah, on the other side of Lake Monroe. I just bought it for a place to take my kids on the weekends, and you know, we stayed there a couple nights, and it was like, this is really a creepy place, and I don't want to stay here.
Just come back to haunt me every day.
One brother killed another brother in a fight over a girl in front of the fireplace. I think that's what you felt when you were in that place. It's like somebody was murdered in this house. The Victrola would start playing. You know,
windows went up in the middle of the night, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you think you're kidding, but it's true.
No, I'm not.
Blinds would go up in the middle of the night.
Put me in the ground.
Meg Ryan has got a bigger brain than Steve and I put together. She's got more ideas than you can shake a stick at.
And she's a dynamo. She's full of enthusiasm and full of positive vibrations, and that's great.
The reason Steve is such a great horror writer is because he's afraid of everything. He's sitting there at his typewriter, scared to death himself. Oh no, what am I going to say next?
Patty Kearney doesn't move very fast, tethered to an oxygen tank, but that didn't stop her from defending her family.
I don't think he expected an overweight woman on oxygen to attack him. I really don't.
Monday night around 9, the Kearneys hear a loud crash that sends Don to the back of the house to check it out.
And he's backing up out of the laundry room with his hands up saying, "Don't hurt us."
The intruder demands guns the couple says they don't have.
And I said no. And I looked at him and I said, "Do you have a gun?" And he said no, and that, I don't know what happened. I snapped.
Suddenly, passive Patty is gone.
When he said, "I don't have a gun," I went like this and bam, bam, and I bammed all the way to where I saw the wrench. I picked the wrench up, which is this little baby, and I went out this back door and I bam 4 times till he got right to the old back door and went out.
The couple later realized the man first kicked in their garage door before breaking into their home. That's where he found the wrench and the duct tape he tried to use against them. Patty says the masked man ordered her to use the duct tape to tie up her husband.
I knew once I tied him up, we were done.
But Kearney says anger eclipsed her fear, and she instinctively fought to protect her family.
On Saturday, the Christmas lights came on here at the Indiana Masonic Center. Every bulb, every figurine in its proper place. But not 24 hours later, the most important piece to them was missing. Carolers, angels, snowmen. This Merry Christmas display seems to have it all.
It's beautiful out here.
But one statue, the reason for the season, is missing.
Figures stolen from Nativity at the Masonic home.
Pansy Crum read it in the paper this morning.
Whether it's a prank or whatever, we just want baby Jesus back.
Someone, an apparent thief in the night, took the Jesus statue from this manger display. The question for residents and visitors tonight is who?
Probably a drunkard.
Somebody doesn't care about God. That's in my opinion. Somebody doesn't care.
Masonic leaders have filed a police report, but higher on their wish list than prosecution is restitution. They just want their statue back.
I would just love to come back in here in the morning and find baby Jesus here, and I would be happy, and there'd be no other questions asked.
Chance Walser, RTV6.